everybody. Good morning to you. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. I was up a bit early this morning and I took a little bike ride to the store, got a couple of things, and I wanted to sit down and do a react to the live that Chantal did last night. Now, I peeked at it. I want to see what was going on, if it was react worthy or not. Uh, Good news, she was not inside the villa doing a mukbang. That's always a plus. When there's something different other than Chantal with food in front of her, just shoveling it in as fast as she can go. She and Salah took a little trip down to the apartment pool. They had the place all to themselves. And Chantal could have used that time to enjoy herself, get some light exercise in, but she didn't. She spent the majority of the time complaining about her health, complaining about how hot the water was. Chantal, Chantal, one of the reasons why you were so hot is because you were dressed in so much clothing. Now, I do understand that the water over there might be a bit warmer in the summertime, given the temperatures outside, but it really would have helped if you had worn less clothing. There was really no reason to go to a pool dressed in multiple layers of clothing, including a sweater. Like, why would you wear a sweater to a pool? Anywho, so she and Salah went to the pool. Was there a lot of swimming? Unfortunately, not. She was complaining after like a couple of seconds that she felt nauseous and sick and she nearly passed out, but then she went on to say she was hungry. So that told me right then and there that there was really nothing much wrong with her. She just didn't want to do it. She did not want to be at the pool. She did not want to exercise. She wanted to go back inside and find an excuse to eat the food. So we're going to go over that live stream, which went on for about an hour. But in other side note news, let's talk about somebody else for just a second. Let's talk about somebody that I haven't talked about in a long, long time, mainly due to the fact that I just find her incredibly boring and irritating. I'm talking about Amberlyn Reed. So anybody that's been keeping up with Amberlyn Reed, you know that she's got a new girlfriend or a love interest, and this love interest, Tommy, came to see her recently and spend some time with her. She's not there right now, but she spent time with Tommy. And even Amberlyn Reed had to know that when you bring in a side character, a new one, there's going to be some digging around, there's going to be some investigating, curiosity. So the Kiwi farmers, they got busy digging around. Girl World was digging around and finding stuff out. And oh my goodness, the things that have been found out already about this individual named Tommy. So I think the first indication that something was off was there was another person saying, hey, I remember this person. They were in my DMs wanting to talk to me. And this individual also happens to be super morbidly obese. And then it went further than that. It was found out that Tommy had a super, super, super morbidly obese girlfriend who was 1,000 pounds. And unfortunately, this young woman, she passed away. But that was Tommy's girlfriend, was a super, super, super morbidly obese woman. I have also seen things on Twitter that indicate that Tommy is a Tommy is a FEEDER. Big time. Big time. That this girlfriend that Tommy was with, she passed away 3 months ago. And here Tommy is chatting up Amberlyn Reed. I've also found out that this girlfriend was actually on Dr. Oz. So, like, the rabbit hole goes deep, y'all. It would seem that Tommy does indeed have not just a type, but a type of woman that is sought out, sought after for reasons I do not know, but I'm curious. So I think I'm going to do a little tarot reading on Tommy because I'm sensing some devious intentions and I really want to get to the bottom of it. But before I do that, we're going to get into Chantal and her pool stream where she just pretended to work out, pretended to swim. She really didn't. She was complaining about everything. She should have been fine. It was an entire mess. Let's go over to Twitter, though. I really would like to show you this stuff on Twitter. One moment, please. Let me get to where I need to be. Perfect. All right. So let's go over all the Twitter stuff. All right. So for anybody who happens to be on Twitter and you want to join me on Twitter, my handle is Wild Girl Sarah. So let's start here with butt chats and super pats. Saying with all the talk about foodie's clothing sizes, I decided to put something together from a past Torrid haul. And this was from November 23rd, 2020. Okay, so why does this matter? Well, Chantal's trying to say that she went on Temu and she got a size 5X. I have questions. I do have questions, y'all. So long ago when Chantal was at the Canada Villa, she was buying from Torrid. And I think the highest size you can get from Torrid would be like a 6X. I think a 6 or a 7X, and that's as high as you can go. And we all know that she's gained a tremendous amount of weight since being in Kuwait. But you guys can see the pictures here of how she looked then. And I think we can all agree that how she looks now is much, much bigger. But she was wearing the biggest sizes that Torrid had to offer. And now she's saying she went on Temu and she got a burkini in a 5X. Chantal, how is that possible? Do you not remember you telling us a while back that you were at the point that you were wearing the biggest commercially sized abayas available in Kuwait? And I would think that the biggest size abayas would go over a 5X. Temu clothes, I would also tend to think that some of them are going to run kind of small. So how would that work with you? You don't need something that runs maybe kind of small. You want something that's a little bit bigger because you're probably going to grow into whatever size you pick. But if you can't fit into Torrid stuff, how are you going to fit into Temu stuff? Ma'am, you're not a 5X. You haven't been a 5X in a hot minute, okay? Stop lying. Stop lying. And then you changed your story about the burkini. 1 minute you said you had to wash your burkini. Then you said you had to buy it. So which is it? How can you wash something that's not even there? I mean, the lies you tell for no random reason. You will never go down to the pool in a burkini. You don't want people seeing what you look like. I mean, you can say that. You can say, I'm not comfortable with my body and I'm just comfortable keeping it covered up and nobody's going to care. But thank you for posting that, butt chats and super pats. Which of Machines says, Foodie, hey, I know you're a moron led about by a nincompoop, but the orange room behind you probably contains a shower. You could cool off with a shower. You could also clean yourself before joining the pool, but that's a life skill for another time. Yeah, it's just good manners to not jump in a pool if you're dirty. And Chantal, she doesn't really wash herself. It's just good manners to wash yourself before you go in a pool because that's like a community space. And if you're dirty and sweaty and disgusting, you're putting all of that into the water. I don't know anything about saltwater pools, like how clean you have to keep them or how clean you have to be before getting in them. But if she's been sweating all day and her clothing is filthy, she's going to be jumping in the water with all that foulness. And then other people who might go down there might encounter it and there might be problems. But Chantal, during the stream, you were talking about you were overheating, you're about ready to pass out. Why didn't you go into the shower area to cool off? It was literally right there. Literally right there. I mean, make it make sense. Something positive from Don't Show Your Cat, saying you have enough cats, but I don't have these cats. That's how I feel about cats too. You guys know that I have my cat Booger. Booger. And I have Blackie outside. Love her to death. That's my girl. She was such a good girl the other day. She caught a mouse right in front of me and she's brought me little mouse gifts. I guess it's her way of paying rent. But I wouldn't mind a few other feral cats. If they come on over and they want to get fed, they're going to get fed. But you can never have too many cats. Never. Okay, so here's a post from Shenanigans. This is talking about Amberlyn Reed and the girlfriend. Shenanigans found this. Shan says, I accidentally deleted my post, reposting again. Amberlyn's ex was on Dr. Oz. Her new girlfriend has a type. So, like, here's the post. This looks like it came from the Kiwi Farms. Let's see. So this is courtesy of Anonymous. I guess this was like the post that kicked everything off. They're saying Willow, I guess that's the name of Tommy, was a real person. I knew Colleen in real life. We had a falling out over some comments I made about not wanting to be with someone who was 43 and weighed over 1,000 pounds. We last spoke in December when she found out my Reddit comment about that and explaining to someone what it's like to be with a USS BBW. I don't think enough people separate the fetish from reality. It's all fun and games to fatten someone to immobility. That's another thing when you have to do every last thing for them. She was rushed to the hospital a few months back and was in a coma, and that's why they decided to pull the plug. Oh, that is so sad. That is incredibly sad. I regret that the last conversation we had was not a pleasant one, and my heart goes out to Willow, but this is the reality we need to think of when we fantasize about a woman in her 40s being half a ton. I didn't expect her to not see 44. I thought she had another couple of years left. You know, it's okay to have a fantasy, but sometimes you got to think about how fantasy translates to reality. That if you have a fantasy that might mean harm to yourself or harm to another person, maybe you shouldn't do it. Maybe you shouldn't pursue it. Some fantasies are sometimes just best left inside the head where they can't hurt you and they can't hurt another person. But my heart goes out to this person, Willow, her family, because of everything all over Twitter. I think it would be a good idea, y'all, that, yeah, we know about Tommy and what Tommy is up to, but let's not bother Willow's family. You know, let's leave them out of this. I'm sure they're still grieving over the loss of Willow. I'm sorry, of Colleen. I'm sorry, I'm getting the names mixed up. I'm sensing dark intentions with Willow / Tommy. Really dark intentions. And that's why I'm going to do a tarot reading on this beach. Okay, so Meow Meow says, holy crap. She wanted to end the stream and he said no. Stay on to make the stream an hour. Oh, he actually said that? Well, we'll get to that. We will get to that. So he wanted, you know what I think? I think Salah likes to do things to get back at Chantal, like really flip the middle finger. She's the one in control of the money. She's a nag. She's controlling. She's manipulative. She's jealous when she has no right to be because they're not in a real relationship. They're just in a business relationship. And yet she insists on trying to control his every move. So every once in a while, Salah will flip the middle finger to make her angry to get back at her. He's just releasing a little bit of that anger that way. But I want to see that moment. I really want to see that moment. I think he's catching on to Chantal's games. I really do. I think he's figuring out some of her games. Like, all she wants to do is eat. She'll make excuses. Oh, I'm hurting. Oh, and my back doesn't feel good. Just so she can go upstairs and scarf down some more food. I think he's starting to figure it out, y'all. Like, the manipulation isn't working as well on him anymore. And so he's like, no, I'm not going to let you get what you want because I see right through you. And good on you, Salah. You're a scumbag. You're a romance scammer, but you are learning your lesson right now, sir, that if you look towards a person to make your way, this might be the price you have to pay. Hope you learn your lesson well. Fondue Pondu says the video call with Pete never happened. while you were in Kuwait. You came home and wanted 3.5 weeks, then gave her to Frenchie's brother. You dumb beach. So this is from Perfectly Imperfect. Look, before we watch this clip, I want to make my thoughts known about the whole BBJ situation. Chantal keeps bringing up BBJ because she knows how many people in the audience love animals. And there's the golden rule, don't F with cats. And she did. She seriously effed with cats. But she knows what she's doing. She knows that bringing up BBJ, and we all know what she did, and we're all still mad at her. We're extremely mad at her. She's going to bring it up because she's looking for cheap ways to get the views, to get the outrage started. Like her attempts at outrage and extra views are just lame and just straight up pathetic. As far as BBJ, I'm so sorry what happened to her. She unfortunately, she and Sam both lost the lottery when it came to the cat distribution system. They ended up with a really bad, neglectful, hurtful owner. But I'm so glad that the cat distribution system took the cats back and put them where they needed to be. And I hope the same thing happens to Julia. But I take comfort in knowing that Sam is in a better place, in a better home with better people, and BBJ is the same. And I find it karmic that the things that Chantal let go with BBJ, her health problems, now she's suffering some of them. I think that's beautiful and karmic. The fact that Chantal let little BBJ run around with serious kidney issues, which could have been easily prevented or slowed down, letting her walk around with serious UTIs to the point where she was peeing blood. Now look what you're dealing with, Chantal. Isn't that karma? Isn't that wonderful karma for you? That which you put upon others, you will also suffer. So there's no sense in yelling and screaming anymore about BBJ. She's in a better place. She's being taken care of. She's being well fed. She's being given medication. All the mats out of her fur are gone. It took a while, but they're gone. And she's living a better, healthier, more loving life than Chantal ever will. So that brings me peace, knowing that baby is doing well, that Sam is probably doing well, Chantal not so much. But if she wants to get online and talk about she took BBJ to the vet, common sense would tell you that's a lie. If she had taken BBJ to the vet, even just a couple of times a month, she wouldn't have had all of the issues that she did. Her ears would not have been dirty and infected. Her teeth wouldn't have been rotted. Chantal wanted to save all that money just to make sure that she could feed her face. But go ahead and tell us some more lies, Chantal. Go ahead.
Even BBJ, her nails got overgrown because she's old as heck, and I was gone for a long time. So
you know what? Even if that's true, you were gone for a long time. Who owned BBJ? You're the pet owner, are you not? Or you were. As a pet owner, and I don't care what the pet is, it could be a cat, it could be a dog, it could be a hamster, it could be a bird, it could be a freaking lizard. Whatever pet you take into your care, you are the guardian. And it's your responsibility to see to everything, and I mean everything connected to that pet. Their food, their water, a clean environment, stimulation as far as them playing and being happy. It's all up to you. So if you knew you were going to Kuwait, Chantal, then I would think that if you were a loving owner, you would make sure to have her nails clipped before you go. Or if you couldn't do that, find someone who will take her to get her nails clipped. You've got relatives. You couldn't pay a relative to pick up BBJ and take her to the vet or to a groomer's and get her nails clipped. Clipping the nails it's cheap. like 10, 20 bucks a pop. You had the money. If you couldn't do something, you could have found someone who could have. So there's no excuse here. No excuse. When clipping nails is so cheap, you can even clip them at home yourself if you know how to do it right. There's no excuse for what happened to her. Having her nails grow into her foot pads painfully. That poor baby was walking weird on her feet because of you, in pain. And this happened 2 times. 2 times.
So, yeah. And when I came home and I saw her nails like that, I took her to the vet.
No, you didn't. Where's the vet bill? Where's the receipts? You can't approve anything. You're not making sense. If you took her to the vet and had her nails clipped and they were not in her foot pads yet, they wouldn't have been overgrown like that. To the point where Frenchie took BBJ to the vet, 5 nails were embedded in her foot pads. That poor baby was screaming in pain, Frenchie said, and I believe it. And this wasn't the first time it happened. It wasn't even the first time. And Chantal, I have an older cat, about the same age as BBJ, maybe a slightly younger, Booger. Okay, Booger. She's fairly active. She still acts like a kitten. But I stay on top of her nails, and it's not that hard. Not that hard at all. You know, like there's no excuse for what you did. And the times that you were home back in Canada, for the price of 1 or 2 cups of Starbucks coffee, you could have gotten those nails taken care of, and that baby would not have been in pain. You're just selfish and self-centered, and you did those babies wrong. Not giving proper food, the cats fighting over food because there wasn't enough, not providing a clean eating, drinking area, the house being so disgustingly filthy they couldn't even run around and get the Zoomies. I mean, when I think about all the things that I saw and that I heard, I just want to have a conversation with you in Minecraft, or better yet, Warcraft. Okay? Let's have a little duel outside the gates of Orgrimmar. Make an alliance soon. I'm Horde. Bring the alliance. We'll battle it out. Anyway. So, yeah, tell your lies, ma'am. Tell your lies. It doesn't change the fact that BBJ now has a better life than you. She's healthier than you. She's more loved than you. BBJ won. And I love that. I love that for her. And I really love that for you. That everything you wanted, she now has. Why? Because that baby deserves it, for all of the torture, for all the pain you put her through. Every bit of happiness and joy and health that she has, she pretty much earned it.
And mid-trip, I checked her nails.
No, you didn't. You did not, because you said yourself, Chantal, like you couldn't clip her nails because she was too squirmy. Remember? You said that, like she was too squirmy.
They looked fine to me, so.
Well, you must have really bad eyesight, because I, as a cat owner, you can tell when the nails are starting to get overgrown. It's really easy to tell when something don't look right, and especially if the nails are so long that your cats are starting to walk funny. So you weren't looking too terribly hard. But you know what? For y'all, I'm telling you, this is just a ploy for outrage. She's reaching back into her closet of the past, and she's pulling out anything she could think of to get girl world talking, to make them angry all over again. But let's focus on the what is versus the what was. And the what is that BBJ is in a better place. She's where she needs to be. She's being taken care of. She is well loved. She goes to the vet like she should. Her issues are, if not healed, managed. And thank you again, Frenchie, for doing that. Thank you again. What happened with BBJ, that was a rescue. That was a straight up rescue of a neglected pet who was so sad and heartbroken And I'm glad that someone like you could come along and fix it, saving an innocent life from more torture. Thank you, Frenchie. So let's move on to shenanigans. This has to do with Amber. Shan says, keep in mind that a few weeks before Tommy started talking to Amber, she was allegedly talking to another woman, which means she was prowling for another Fifi within a month of losing the love of her life. Yeah, like, how much love do you have for your girlfriend if months after her death, you're looking for another one to take her place? I'm like, what's going on there? What are you doing? You're not even giving yourself time to cry. That looks weird to me. Ghost Crab about Chantal says, this is idiotic. She swam for a couple of minutes, then almost DIED. And I bet next upload will be a rice dish mukbang. I'm hot. It's so hot. I don't do hot. Then don't move to the hottest place on earth and be with a scammer who told you to. You wanted that, now stop whining. Exactly. Like, she chose the location. She chose the person. Knowing her health issues, knowing that she doesn't like the heat. So can you complain about it now? Not really. You can't touch a hot stove and get burned and then complain about it to other people when you set yourself up for that. Truth Seeker says, how many times is she going to be told to stop doing this? It's disrespectful. Yeah, y'all see the chopsticks in the food? That is disrespectful. That is something that you do during a funeral or a time of mourning. That is the only time it is acceptable. To do that in an Asian country or around Asian culture is considered highly disrespectful and highly rude. It is impolite to impale your food. I don't know if Chantal knows that, but I'm telling her that through this video. Like, you don't stab your food. Don't stab your food. Let's see. Mr. Michael B. Petty says Amberlynn Reed's new partner allegedly being a FEEDER. I have to say it this way, y'all, because it's freaking YouTube. That has had girlfriends that have actually engaged in the fetish with her that have DIED is actually wild. You're in danger, girl. Well, maybe, maybe not. Amber hates girl world, but you know what, Amber? If you don't do your homework, the people in girl world, we do our homework. We go around digging. We're finding out this stuff for you if you're not finding it out. And you should say thank you. You really should say thank you. Maybe you already know, maybe you don't care. But now you know what you're dealing with. So if you decide to proceed with Tommy, you're going to do it with both eyes open. You can't say, well, nobody told me. I had no idea. You know now, so your move, girl. Your move. Okay. Let's go on. See, look at all these posts that have to do with Tommy. And again, please, even though this girl's pictures are on Twitter, please let's not bother her family, her friends. I'm sure they're still mourning over this young woman. Prayers and healing to them, because I'm sure that, you know, losing anyone is hard. Like, we're focusing on Tommy. Let's not focus on the family of this young lady. Theo says it gets worse, girls. This is Emily being crushed by that woman. So like, there's a thing called crushing that people can do if they're of a bigger size. That's a fetish too. And this is what's going on in the picture. And I don't want to blow it up because it's kind of shocking. But if you want to go on Twitter and look at my feed, you can find it. You'll be shocked. So this is from Punch Cat. Bro is seething. Y'all see this cat? This is how you tell a cat is annoyed. Let's see the ears are all like in a V shape backward. That's usually when they play or when they're annoyed. That's how you can tell. Okay. Mrs. Floopa Booty Says, question, is this the face of someone who is feeling ill and almost passed out? Or someone who just faked her way out of exercising and into some super chats? Bit of both? Yeah, I'd say a bit of both. She's a lying liar who lies, the girl who cries wolf. There's going to come a point where she cries wolf and nobody comes running. If you don't know that story, Chantal, you might want to read it because it does apply to you. Kristen says, first Chantal claps back at someone who says she is housebound, saying she is just AC bound. Well, isn't that kind of the same thing, Chantal? Being housebound because you can't get away from the air conditioning, isn't that kind of the same thing? Then a few minutes later, she says that basically going anywhere is too much for her, so housebound. Yeah. So we're at that stage of her being housebound, and what's next? Bedbound? And then what's next after that? Bed rotting, and then what's next after that? Her being in the hospital? If she loses all her mobility, that might be it for her. Truth Seeker says she always finds a way to not do something and always fakes an illness. Let's watch the clip.
Get used to it.
No, it's not that it's burning my body. It's that the heat is like making me sick.
And again, like Chantal's got a burkini, or if she doesn't, she could find something lighter to put on to cover herself, but she's got an entire freaking sweater and 2 or 3 layers of clothing. And I don't know the temperature of the water, but if the water were really that hot, she would have more of a visceral reaction, and so would Salah. So how hot is the water really? She's inside, he's inside. It's not like an outside pool that can gather up heat from the daytime. So I don't think the water is really that hot. She just wanted to get out and find a reason to do it. And Salah can't really stop her from acting this way.
Okay, so try to be easy on yourself.
But I want to throw up.
You know what? If she was really as sick as she claims to be, I want to throw up, then you know what you do? You turn off the camera. You turn off the camera, you end the live, and you say to the person who's assisting you, I'm having a medical emergency for real. You don't keep the camera on. You're not worried about the camera. You're worried about how you feel. So isn't it funny that she's having a medical emergency? Oh, I'm about ready to pass out. I'm about ready to throw up. Yet she keeps looking at the camera. If you're really feeling sick, you're not worried about the doggone camera, Chantal. See, lying liar who lies, you tell on yourself.
Hey, Jana.
Like, look, she's saying, I'm about ready to throw up. Anybody out there that's ever felt nauseous? If you felt nauseous, like, what happens? Like, if you're feeling like that urge, you're looking for the nearest toilet or somewhere to throw up. Like you're preparing for it. You feel that urge. You're like, I don't know if it's going to happen, but I got to find a sink. I got to find a toilet, something. Yet she's still in the water. And she was complaining about the water being too hot. Yet is she getting out? No. If the water is too hot and it's making you overheat or uncomfortable, why wouldn't you get out of the freaking water? Why not? Just to sit on the edge of the pool. Why wouldn't you do that?
Makes me feel nauseous. I thought it'd be okay.
Like she's so busy posing in front of the camera. Oh, look at me. I'm in the pool. Yeah, you're saying the pool's uncomfortable, then get out then.
The dry heat is better than that. Yeah. Just lounge by the pool. Yeah, I think I'm going to get out. I'll be right back, okay, guys?
And this also could be, this pool stream could also be a way for Chantal, because when she gets in trouble with her subs, when she makes her subs really, really angry, and she's been making them angry with all the mukbangs, she led people to this point where she talked about all of her health issues and the breathing and the medication and the insulin, and people are getting really frustrated with her. And so this might be another alternate version of the ERBs. just creating a whole stream where people are concerned for her and she's claiming to be sick when she's really not, or just not feeling good. She wants her subs to be concerned for her so that they'll stop being mad at her. You know, like, deflection. I'm going to deflect you away from the anger that you feel and put it on sympathy instead, and just work it to my advantage.
Max.
Like 20 minutes before, there was swimming both guys. So maybe she's, hot, dizzy. It's okay.
And it makes no sense for her to be hot and dizzy. Even if you're in a pool where the water is warm, because if it were boiling hot, she would have, again, had a visceral reaction the moment she got in. But you're out of the pool now. And all of that moisture, like the clothes being wet, that should help cool her down.
Be easy on yourself.
I thought the pool would be cold and refreshing, but it's like hot. And then outside is hot. So it's like double barf.
Yeah, okay. Sure, Chantal. And that was courtesy of Truth Seekers. Now, this is beautiful from Goblin Core. I love this picture. What a beautiful place to take a nap. And this, look, anybody out there that loves tattoos, I don't know, like, whoever this tattoo artist is from Hollywood Horror Museum. What an amazing tattoo of the Predator. The detail that went into this. The realism is just crazy. I saw this and I'm like, this looks like a very well done but very expensive tattoo. You had to know, like, I don't even know how much that cost. I'm thinking like at least $1,000. And they have sleeves to go with it. Like, whoever this tattoo artist is, they know what they're doing. They absolutely know what they're doing. Like, that's such an amazing piece. Wow. Okay, what else we got here? We got anything? Okay, we're done catching up. We're done catching up with that. So why don't we just get into, oh, there's Booger. Look at the baby. Booger. Is she sleeping? Hi, baby. And the baby. She's sleeping behind me. Let's get into the stream from Chantal. Let's see how many lies she tells and how much she whines and cries about her health. And Chantal, I did like a 4-mile bike ride today. I feel amazing. And it's such a shame that you run away from exercising at all. Like, you're missing out, I'm telling you. You're so missing out. And that's why I recommend to anybody out there, if I understand busy schedules, I really get that. But just taking a walk by yourself, it's good for your body, it's good for your mind. Or getting a stationary bike for at home that you can fold and unfold at will. You don't really even need a gym membership. You can ride the stationary bike while you're watching videos on YouTube, where there's tons of videos, dance videos, or low impact aerobics. It makes your body feel good to do stuff and to feel healthy and get that blood pumping. And that is something that Chantal always runs away from. And then she wonders, why do I feel like crap? But let's get into this live stream. Thank goodness it's only for an hour. We'll cut it down if we need to. Let's see what she has to say. Look at her like, okay, right off the bat, Chantal. So you were complaining in that clip we just watched that the water was overly hot. Yet there you are, you're in the water. This is how you're starting out your stream. This is how you're doing your stream. So you went down to the pool area, and why didn't you test the water temperature to determine if you want to swim or do a stream in it or not? And if it was too hot, just do something else. You're complaining about the water being too hot, and yet you're going to put yourself in the water and stay there to talk to people. And in my opinion, You're using being in the pool to disguise, your size. You're using the water to hide it. But please go right ahead. But she's not even talking. She's like waiting for people to show up before she says anything.
I'm just gonna take the floor around. The water is it's like a hot tub. It's not cool. It's not refreshing.
Then why don't you leave? We're not even like 5 minutes into this live stream, and she's complaining about the temperature of the water. If you don't like it, if it's putting you in a bad mood, if it's uncomfortable, why not say, you know what, guys, I'm not liking what's going on here right now. I'm just going to turn off the camera and we'll restart the stream once we get back up to the apartment. Why not do that? Why stay there?
Hi, Victoria. Hot, cold water. Bullfighters. Let me do a lap over here. Hey, Laura.
Maybe this is her way of trying to pacify some of the people in the audience that are like, you don't care about your health. You're shoveling in the rice. You're shoveling in the carbs. You're gaining more weight. You're getting more sick. This is her way of trying to toss them some scraps of hope that she might actually care for her health and go, look, I'm swimming. No, not really. You're not.
Hi, Pietro. Yes, loving Laura. This is the greatest. You are strong, honey. Go ahead. It's very nice exercise for you, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Creepy Comfort.
Hey, Creepy. Hey, guys. I look like an oil spill. It's hot. It's so hot.
I'm, you know what? I'm so tired of hearing that complaint from Chantal. It's so hot. It's so hot. It's so hot. Then go back to Canada. I mean, this is so incredibly simple. You chose to go to Kuwait where it's hot. It's desert climate. You've had the option many times to cut this whole thing off with Salah and go home where it's comfortable, and you won't, because you want to control him and you want to escape your problems in Canada by hiding out in Kuwait. Since you decided to go to a desert climate country, don't talk to me about it's hot. I don't want to hear about your it's hot.
Peaceful nighttime swimming. No, it's not the new bathing suit. It's still coming.
So like there's the lie that she told. She said in a previous live, like, oh, I have to wash my swimsuit. So how are you going to wash it if it's not even there yet? See, Chantal, you tell so many lies, you forget the lies you tell. And then you get caught up because you say something that goes against the first lie. Like right now, I seriously doubt that Temu would have anything that would fit you. And that's not me fat shaming you or doing the fat phobia thing. I just know, like with services like, say, Temu or even eBay, if you buy from certain companies, sometimes this stuff runs small. And you can't buy anything that runs small. You need something a bit bigger. So Temu doesn't have the size that you would require for a burkini. If it's a 5X, it's going to be way too small and way too tight. And you're gaining weight rapidly. So whatever size you get, it's going to get tighter and tighter and tighter, and it's not going to work. And So I don't know what you were thinking trying to get a burkini off of Temu.
Ellen, Kaylee, hello. If you an oil spill, get in my golf. Yeah, there's a dolphin of an oil spill. I do. Have a cap in the water. I'm a seal. You guys, the water is so hot and it's like so hot outside.
Oh God, shut up with the complaints. Get out if it's too hot.
I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay in here.
The water is hot. You know why? Because you know the water is still in the pipes keep the warm inside,
Yeah.
and it's just refilled. So fresh, brand new water.
Yeah, it's clean, but it's hot as
Yeah.
hell.
So look, I don't know much about saltwater pools. Anybody out there that has knowledge about saltwater pools, is it a normal thing to have a full pool and then drain it frequently? Is that a thing? Like, do they have to drain all the water? Because that just seems odd, to drain all the water out. But I would imagine every time that Chantal goes down there, as filthy as she is, maybe they might have to if it gets too nasty.
It's cool, eh?
Yeah. It's hot like a hot tub. Like a jacuzzi.
Yeah, jacuzzi,
Yeah.
boiling up.
Feels good on the body, and like my blister is hurting because of the salt water, but
Oh my God. You guys hearing this? So she's basically getting into this pool, probably not only filthy and dirty, and her clothes are filthy and dirty and covered in sweat, but she's getting in with an open wound, with a weeping blister. She's getting in the water like that. And she's like, "Oh, it's making my blister feel better." Yeah, but it's gross.
I don't know if it will get cold because of the pipes are hot because it's so hot here. Do a doggy paddle.
Like, you don't get into a saltwater pool because you've got open wounds on your body and you're looking to sanitize them. I mean, what is Salah around for? What do you pay him for? He feeds you, but he can't put something on your foot. He got to take you down to the pool and expose your open wound to all that water. Gross.
Look at you.
And I honestly I have questions, y'all. I've got questions. Like, she talked about getting a new pair of shoes. My question is, why does she need a new pair of shoes? She doesn't walk. She doesn't do anything. Is it because her feet are swelling up so much that she's got to get a wider pair of shoes to accommodate the swelling? Like, she talks about her shoes are all worn out, and yet this is not a person who does much on her feet. So I got questions.
I don't even want to go under even too hot.
See these? Babe, you inspired, breathe it. Breathe it. To swim also.
I inspired. It is salt water, yeah. Thank you. I did swim like before, like Salah and I did some swimming. And I thought I'd be able to stay in the pool longer than this, but I don't know. I'm pretty hot right now. Ooh. Hey Vanessa, there's Lafia. You're laugh, babe. Hi Victoria. Yeah, there's like nobody in the pool. It's pretty cool. There's no one in the pool. I wish the water was cold. It's the only problem I have.
Yeah, well, if wishes were fishes, you can't have everything you want, can you?
Salt water is good for hair and skin, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna swim to the end of the pool and back.
Yeah, keep your comfort. Maybe next time she can swim, or we can swim both in the ocean. As you know, it's salt water here. Yes, we can do it, babe. Yes.
Oh, geez. Look at her. She's not even doing a complete lap in the pool. Chantal, as time has gone on, you can do less and less and less. And I don't know if that's for real or you're catering to certain kinds of people in your audience, the immobilizers, the gainers, if this is for them or if it's really about you. But this is just pathetic. This is so pathetic. Like you're getting yourself to a place where you can't do anything for yourself.
It's hot. Hold on. I'm just.
You just need like 5 minutes to get used to it.
No, it's not that it's burning my body. It's that.
Oh,
Oh, geez. Here we go. I can't do it, Salah. It's burning my body. I seriously doubt that. Look, I have swum in pools and stuff that, you know, the water is slightly uncomfortably warm, but you get used to it. She just doesn't like to get used to anything new.
Heat is like making me sick.
okay, so try to be easy on yourself.
But I want to throw up.
And why aren't you getting out of the pool? Get out.
Hi, Jana.
You're inside of a pool that you say is hot. You feel nauseous. Shouldn't you be getting out of the pool and going straight to the shower or the bathroom area right away, just in case that happens?
I think I'm gonna get out.
Yeah, get out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Maybe I can go like there.
Okay.
It's too gross.
Do you have water?
No. Yeah, the water's over there. Should I better-
Well, hold on a second. Didn't you just say, I feel nauseous, I feel lightheaded, I'm ready to throw up? And yet she's talking about, should I move the camera over there? Would y'all be thinking about that in a time when you're feeling absolute nausea and you feel like you might vomit? No, that's how you know it's fake. No, if you're not feeling well, like your concern is making yourself feel better so that you don't puke. You're not like, oh my God, let's do a different camera angle.
The water is like hot, like a hot tub. Like, and then whenever the outside, check the weather for Kuwait right now. It's like 100 degrees.
Okay, you know what? Let's make her shut up for a minute. Cat moment. Cat moment. Because y'all love booger. Come here, baby. We're having a little booger moment. Hi. You know, a little palate cleanser of a different kind. Booger. Pay attention, Chantal. Since you like to hold Julia, but you hold her wrong. Do you see how I'm holding Booger? She's perched up on my shoulders. She loves to perch. I've got one arm underneath her body supporting her weight. She's still got freedom to jump down or whatever if she wants. I'm not like confining her. And then she's going to do this. This is something she does with me. Come here. Like she's going to curl up in my arms like a baby. Because this is what we do. We're having a booger moment. Hi, Boogs. This is a well-loved, well-taken care of cat who feels safe. Again, I'm not holding, I'm supporting her weight, her back with the other arm. She's free to move if she wants to. I'm not like holding her so tightly that she feels threatened. This is how you hold a cat, Chantal. They should feel safe with you. They should feel loved. You holding the cat with its arms out like you do, that makes a cat feel very vulnerable because you're showing the cat's belly. And you're making it to where they can't move. So, of course, they're going to be nervous. When an animal shows you its belly, if it gives you access to its belly, that means they trust you. Because the belly is a very vulnerable place on an animal. So showing the belly could be a sign of submission or trust. Thank you, baby. Hi. Look at the baby. Hi. Look at this baby. Look at the baby. Hi. Look at the baby. 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 Look at the Mm. She's going to love bite me in a minute. She always does. Booger. I got to get back to my React, Booger. She don't care. There is such a thing as cat paralysis, where you want to move and you want to get something done, but then your cat gets on your lap and you don't want to move. I've had it happen to me many times. Booger. Look at the baby. She's just baby. Yes. I need to get back to my React. I'm sorry. You're doing the little air biscuits. You're very content right now. But I got to get back. I love you. Look. I got to put you down. You don't want me to stop. Look, she knows I want to put her down. She's like, oh no, I'm going to act extra cute. Look at the chin. We got the little chin. We like the chin rubbies. There you go. I'm sorry, Booger. We'll continue this later. There you go. Okay, cat moment over. Let's go back to Chantal. Boring as she is. Let's do this.
I don't do well in the heat at all.
Then why'd you go over to Kuwait, stupid?
It's probably be okay. The dry heat is better than the, yeah. Just lounge by the pool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get out. I'll be right back, okay, guys?
So there's like a lot of silence here. We're going to just skip past that. Well, that's a face. That's a lovely, attractive face right there. You know what? I like that face. I think I'll use that face for my thumbnail. Thanks, Chantal. Like you look miserable. You look so miserable. I love that face for you. Continue.
We can bring them up. I'll just hide the camera. No one can. I'll put the towel around me.
Yes,
Sorry,
Victoria,
guys.
yes. She did great, actually.
No, she didn't. Why does everybody lie to Chantal? She did not do great. If Chantal had a lick of sense, like all the moments where she gets out and she does things, if I were someone like Chantal and I'm noticing that there's less mobility, there's more problems breathing, that I can't even stand up without being out of breath, that would make me pause and say, this is getting out of control. I need to reverse some of this because it's entirely too much. But she doesn't.
She's tried, and she swam before the live, 20 minutes before.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that, Salah. Why are you lying on her behalf? She did not swim before the live, because if she had swum for 20 minutes in the water that she said was too hot, then she would have been done. I don't believe she swam for 20 minutes. I really don't. She couldn't swim for 2 minutes. She's not going to swim for 20. Oh, here we go. Like, this is her, like, getting sympathy from people. Oh, look at me. Look at me. I'm so, like, oh, help me. Help me. Shut up, Chantal. Shut up. Shut up. We just went through 3 weeks here in Oregon where the temperatures by noon were well over 100 degrees, and I was riding my bike around in that. We're talking like 4 to 6 miles a day. Don't talk to me about the heat. I don't want to hear it. Stop with the fake poor me sympathy act. I'm not buying what you're selling. I'm really not. I'm really not. And nobody else should either for any price. Don't buy what she's selling. It there's no value in it.
But suddenly this happened, so
Like if this were a real medical emergency, if she did not feel good for real, they would turn off the camera and say, sorry guys, we got to go, and go upstairs and call 911 or something. If she's feeling just this bad, you don't keep the camera rolling. You're like, we got to go, guys. We got to go to the hospital, ER, or something. But she's not doing it. She's just sitting there fishing for views, fishing for sympathy, fishing for super chats. Oh, guys, I swam for 2 minutes in the hot water. That was a major feat for me. So send me some super chat money. That's what this is all about.
oh, maybe babe, you can go in the gym. It's AC here.
Okay.
And that's exactly what she wanted to hear. She wanted Salah to give up on pushing her into the water, not literally, but you guys know what I'm talking about. He wants her to get more active, and she does the manipulation tactics to get him to admit defeat and give her what she wants. And what she wants is her air conditioning and food. So he just said, there's a gym with some AC, and immediately she pulls her head back up and is like, okay, I'm going to go there. She got what she wanted.
I'm gonna mute for a minute, guys, so we get inside.
So we're getting past the quiet parts. We don't need to do this. And it's dark. See, they need to go upstairs. They need to go upstairs. This is ridiculous.
Do we have, the flashlight in the bedroom, maybe? Because unless there's a light switch somewhere, there has to be lights.
And understand that Chantal's in the gym. I guess she's sitting on the floor or a couch. She's soaking wet. Rude. Just go upstairs. Get in the elevator and go upstairs and change your clothes.
I don't know where they are. I'm in a gym. Yeah, I'm gonna go soon.
Like, all of this is geared to make people worry for her. No one should worry for Chantal. If she doesn't care about her health, nobody should either. Like, maybe if people stop caring for her health and being concerned and sending her super chats and stuff, if she got the vibe of, you know what, the pity party just ain't working no more, the old tactics aren't working, then she might have a wake up moment of, I got to do something different. I can't use the same lame, pathetic stuff to get attention from people. I've got to switch it up. You know, like, if kind of in a way force her to grow up and be responsible.
Honestly, I don't even want to get up and walk around right now. That's how like dizzy I am. So I'm gonna drink water and just wait here in the AC for a few minutes. You guys can keep me calm. I'm in the dark gym. I don't think he can find the lights. I have inhalers, yeah.
Yeah, so about that. So if she was feeling hot, blah, 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 why wasn't Salah running upstairs to get some cold water for her, inhalers, whatever she needs? Like, he didn't do that.
They don't have a wheelchair to the elevator. Yeah, because I'm really dizzy. Holy shoot, kebabs.
Girlfriend, if you were really dizzy, you wouldn't be able to talk to people on camera right now, and you sure as heck wouldn't be able to read the chat. Why are you lying?
My gosh.
Why isn't he taking her to the hospital right now? If she's this bad off, why not take her to the hospital?
That was not, like, he's like, the pool's clean. I get down, I put my feet in, and I'm like, I didn't.
And, you know, listen, I don't know a whole lot about diabetes and blood sugar. And I know there's low blood sugar, there's high blood sugar. Y'all please educate me. I don't understand how somebody like Chantal, who constantly eats carbs and sugar, how would it be possible for her to have low blood sugar? If she's constantly carb loading and sugar loading, is it possible to have low blood sugar even though you do that? Please let me know. I want to be more educated. I want to be more informed.
I don't know what it feels like for sugar to drop. My sugar is always high, Breezeth, but it's 100 Fahrenheit outside.
Angry Blue Pot says, is this the start of bedbound art? Could be. And that's why she needs to go home, and she's not going to do it.
And then, no, it's housebound and cafe and mall bound, AC bound until the summer is over.
Yeah, but then you know what? Once the summer is over, and by that time, Chantal, you might have put on 50 more pounds. By the time summer is over, you might be actually bedbound. And like I said, do you think that Salah's going to take care of you like that? He doesn't like you. He hates you. He hates taking care of you. He hates the fact that you're codependent and you can't do anything for yourself. You can't cook. You can't clean. You can't take care of anything, even a cat. He resents you being there. He resents you being so clingy. Do you honestly think you can trap him into being a cheaper version of a caretaker when you're really going to need a real one for real? No, he'll if you become bedbound, he'll take off and just take your phone and leave you there, girl.
Because it's so hot, like I can't. I feel sick. Like I want to throw up. Honestly, like I'm not going to. I hope not. I'm just gonna take some deep breaths. It felt like when I was in the pool, like my head was light and like pounding a bit, and like then I got out and I'm like, I'll pass out if I stay out here. There's like no cooling off. It's just hot on hot.
Chantal, if you're this sensitive to heat, why are you still in Kuwait? You literally can't go outside or be exposed to any kind of heat because your body is so conditioned to super cold air conditioning. You can't take the heat because you spoiled yourself too much with the air conditioning there. You just can't get away from it. Like, you might have some serious health problems. Maybe you already know what they are and you don't want to address them. You want to just ignore them. But I would think that your heart is very important. It is a vital organ. That if your heart stops beating or you have a stroke, that shuts it up, the rest of everything down. And the rest of everything is in bad shape. Like you're being given warning signs that things are just that bad. And yet you don't care. So if you don't, then I don't.
Almost heat stroke, yeah. Really? Duck puppet?
She wasn't experiencing heat stroke. I've actually experienced a bit of heat stroke. She wasn't in the pool that long.
Breezeth, I know. In through your nose. The AC is really cold in this building. So it's like, no, I can't roll up my sleeves. But when I get up there, yeah, October is 3 months away. And like end of like, it starts, well, okay, and maybe September, it's not going to be in the 40s, I don't think, 50s. But
you know, the thing is, she's using the excuse, it's too hot to go out and do anything. Then winter is going to come and she's going to say, oh, it's too cold. She'll find some excuse not to go out.
It's like 100 Fahrenheit out right now.
I mean, everybody has said this. she can get a treadmill. It's not going to be cheap, but she can get a treadmill, have it set up in the house with the AC right there, and she could walk right there in the air conditioning in the privacy of her home. I mean, where there's a will, there's a way.
The night, and then the pool is probably fucking friggin' like 80 degrees. So I'm just like, no. But I can feel myself coming back. Kim, no, I came back live. I don't like baths, Tanuki. That's why I don't take baths, because I don't like the heat. I don't like it.
You can take a cold bath. I mean, it doesn't have to be a hot bath.
I remember going to a hotel, remember when I went to Toronto?
Why are we bringing that up? That is interesting. Remember when I went to Toronto? Yeah, with Natter. So this person, Natter, is supposed to be a bad guy who's done bad things to you, but yet here you are reminiscing out loud in front of people. Remember when I went to Toronto? Yeah, I remember you went with Natter because you never went by yourself. Still thinking about Nats, huh?
There was a hotel in the pool. There was a pool in the hotel and a hot tub. And I got in the hot tub. And after about 5 minutes, my face turned purple.
What?
Thanks, creepy. And I'm like, I gotta get out of here. Like, I can't. So no, I have to realize, like, I try to be like strong and challenge myself and do.
Oh, you're not challenging yourself. If you were really challenging yourself, again, you would get a treadmill, a nice one, set it up in the apartment, AC's right there, walk a little bit every day, film it if you want to. That's challenging yourself.
Things, but I'm not healthy enough. I'm not, even if
The only thing she challenges herself on every day is new excuses to get out of doing things.
I was healthy.
No, you weren't. You were never healthy. You were just maintaining a certain level of breathing and mobility, which you have completely lost now.
I don't like the heat. I don't do well in the heat. Yeah, no way. Teardrop. Black spots. That has happened before, but not this time. This is more like a white fuzzy pass out feeling. Like I'm gonna be like, listen to your body always. It's not good for blood pressure. Yeah, seals. They're so boring. Yeah, I know. I like to shower and get out. Exhaustion. Yeah, my heart rate. I could feel my heart. Like, been here, princess. Oh, thank you, babe.
And your son?
Oh, you're the best. Thank you, sweetheart.
You okay, babe?
Yeah,
Cold water?
I thought I was gonna pass out there. Medical emergency. Like, thanks, babe.
So it took him a while to go get something for her to make her feel better. And they're in a building with an elevator. Why did it take so doggone long?
I appreciate it.
I hope you're okay.
My clothes are breathable. I think so.
I'm moving forward because
They say we should get a chair, like an office chair, and roll me in the elevator. There is a conference room here. Sending you ice
chips.
Thank you. No, our apartment is like 18, 19 degrees. Ew, no sense. I don't.
Babe, sometimes we keep it 17 an hour.
Okay, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm over here in the States and we do Fahrenheit versus Celsius. So forgive me. Okay, so Celsius to Fahrenheit. Sorry, I'm just curious. So he said she keeps it down to, oh my God. So 17 degrees Celsius equals to 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Like she keeps it really, really, really freaking cold. If I tried to do that, I'd be like freezing with putting the freaking sweaters on. That's just crazy to me. That's nuts.
Scotland.
I'm a seal. I need the Arctic weather.
No, Chantal, you're not a seal. And I don't know who or whom put that in your head, that laying like a seal and living like a seal or a polar bear is cute, but it's not cute. You like to avoid things that are concerning by giving things cute names or thinking, oh, this is so cool. It's not cool. You are a human being. You are not a seal. Okay? Seals are seals. And even seals, they're more active than you. They have to go out in the ocean and hunt for fish. You don't even do that. Laying around like a walrus is not cute. When you're a person, you're meant to move around and do things. The human body was not meant to carry hundreds and hundreds of extra pounds. We are bone, we are blood, we are muscle, we are vital organs. We are not supposed to be extremely heavy. When we are, it hurts us. It hurts our body. It puts a strain on our organs. It puts a strain on our heart. It puts a strain on our spine and our joints. But you're not a freaking seal, okay? You are not a seal. You're supposed to get up and do stuff. So stop trying to normalize the seal position or acting like a seal when you're not.
Like you give me always winter vibes
I know.
in the home.
I'm Canadian.
I know.
It's only 20 in Canada right now.
Wow.
We're packing up and going over.
And I think it's afternoon there, right? No, it's evening.
Evening.
Yeah.
No, I don't get the chills. I didn't get the chills. A floaty made of ice. Business bees. Drink electrolytes. Hey, G-dubs.
So that you are chilling now?
Yeah, I'm starting to feel better.
Nice.
Yeah.
So glad to hear that.
Thrill ho, I need it to be 17, 18. Especially if I'm moving around and cleaning, I get hot. The Simpsons donut. Oh,
Yes,
thank
Imani,
you.
of course.
Yes. Thank
Well, Chantal, you are hundreds of pounds overweight. And on top of that, you're covered from head to toe. So yeah, you're going to overheat pretty quickly.
you, Macabre. Yeah, Death Valley is almost as hot. Pretty close. We're having an unusual hot summer here in Newfoundland. Really, Newfie misses. Yeah. Anything exactly. I feel sick. Why is it's a weird color.
I'm so grateful that they have this long sofa for you to lay down.
My cat is she's curled up on my lap right now when I'm reacting. I told you I got cat paralysis. I can't move now. I love the bulgur. I love the baby. Look at the face. Look at the little face.
Yeah, they have a whole furniture set here.
Oh, it's night mood.
Is it? What the
I
heck?
think we make it night mood. It's
Yeah.
better now.
Yeah. Really dry ponytail?
Let me try to turn off my light.
You know, I can barely hear what the heck they're saying. Is there any part where she gets out of the dark and she's not doing that creepy pasta, telling a ghost story in the dark kind of vibes? Let's see.
Because we dehydrate more. A sweet snack. No, I don't know what I don't know. I'm a little hungry.
Boom. So she was just at the pool saying, I feel like I want to throw up. I feel nauseous. She was that way in the water. Now that she's out of the water and she's not swimming, suddenly I'm feeling a little hungry. That's what this whole thing was about. Faking being sick because all she wants to do is be back up inside the villa with the air conditioning and her food.
All I had today was that meal, but it was a pretty big meal.
Yeah, so you really shouldn't have low blood sugar if you had a mukbang. So what are you talking about?
What time is it? It's 3:30, and I ate that dinner at.
No, he's playing some stupid nonsense.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, thanks God.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
And you tried. You swim like maybe around.
Salah, listen, I don't know if this is part of the script or this is you for real. With Chantal, you never can tell. But if you're over there trying to get Chantal to move around, to exercise, dude, you've been trying for 2 years. Are you not getting the memo? You're not getting the telegram that she's not about that life, and nothing you do and nothing you say is going to fix that. She doesn't want to exercise, and every time you try to make her exercise, she's going to get sick. Oh, I don't feel well. I feel nauseous. You're going to hear that crap. Stop thinking that she's going to get healthy for you. It's not happening, bro.
20 to 25 minutes before you start the live stream.
Yeah, we wanted to have some alone time in the pool, but.
It was like,
Hi, Robin.
warming up before the swim. But
Yeah.
Milani.
Donut karma. Resistance bands.
So I guess she wanted to cut off the live stream early. He goes, no, we're going to make this live stream an hour. See what happens when you get somebody up out of a sound sleep, Chantal, and you bug them for hours to get you a donut. See the part of the price you have to pay? You want to be a brat, they can be petty later on and make you pay for it.
Thanks, airdrop. Ugh, I can't think of, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. But I don't feel dizzy anymore. I feel
Do you
okay.
want some fresh juice or something?
No. No, thank you.
Now, she doesn't want juice. She wants ice cream. She wants that stupid Simpsons donut the size of a cake. That's what she wants.
I'm okay right now. I'm trying to get rid of the nausea.
We'll go back upstairs to the village, Chantal. You'll eat 4,000 calories. That'll fix the nausea real quick.
Great Danes are huge. They gotta put cold water in that pool. There's no cold water here, Imani, in the summer. That's the problem. I'll think dirty.
Maybe she smelled them. She smelled the seal, yani. What the hell?
You're cute, babe.
The same as you.
Yeah, I feel a lot better. I don't feel
That's
sick
because you weren't really sick to begin with.
anymore. You didn't
She was supposedly nauseous, and look how quickly she recovered.
know what the word meant. Strawberries and cream. I gotta take you to Orange Julep one day. Vegetarian poutine. Poutine is the best. So good. Okay, so I'm starting to feel better.
Well, she's got to go eat, so of course she's got to feel better to eat.
Homemade poutine.
Teardrops. Salah would learn so much if he came to the States.
Yes. Melanie.
Well, they don't teach us this kind of words here in the schools, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Executive decision. She's getting boring. She's just sitting there blah, blah, blahing. They're just running up the meter. That's what they're doing. They're running up the freaking meter for more Google AdSense money. Chantal, I see you. Before we close out, though, before we do it, let me just look something up, okay? I'm curious. I'm always curious, and I'm always looking for things that I'm curious about. So, what are we doing? I'm looking at Foodie Beauty's channel. I wanted to see the super chats. Y'all want to see? I like being petty. I'll show you. Okay. I like being petty. I like making her mad. So, all right. Okay, this is playboard.co. It's a site similar to Social Blade. So the live she did yesterday, the swimming pool live that sucked, this is what she made, $12. Now keep in mind, this is not the net amount. This is probably the gross amount. Meaning that because she's on YouTube, YouTube takes 30% of whatever you make. So 30% of 12, that's less than $10. Then you got to figure in, because she's Canadian, that's across the border, more taxes taken out. So she didn't make much in the way of super chats. And I'm sure that's what she was looking for. So all this stuff you're doing, Chantal, it's not translating to big money. It's really, really not. That's your fault. Using the cheap, pathetic tactics to try to make money, and we're all onto you. Your beezers are onto you. You might want to switch it up. So I'm done here, guys. Let's not go any further. There's not much more to go. She's sitting there in the dark. That's all she's doing, is sitting in the dark. But it was something different for Chantal, more than just the mukbangs and the food. So what do you guys think about all this stuff going on? Let me know in the comments section. Would love to hear from you. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.